Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Speaking Nerds. I'm Maya, and I am so excited you've joined us today as we unlock the secrets of one of the most important, most useful, and most essential words in everyday English.
And I'm John. Today we're exploring a word that appears in thousands of conversations daily, a word that native speakers use without even thinking, a word that can talk about the past, possessions, experiences, and so much more.
We're talking about had. Simple word, short word, just 3 letters. But this little word does amazing work in English. It's everywhere. It's essential. It's absolutely necessary for natural English conversations.
Absolutely necessary completely. And here's something incredible that we'll share later in this video. There's one specific way native speakers use had that makes your English sound fluent and natural, but most English learners miss this usage completely. Once you learn it, people will think you're a native speaker.
A native speaker, naturally. But first, please hit that subscribe button right now. Join our English-speaking nerds family. Because we're not just teaching you boring grammar today. We're teaching you how had actually works in real conversations, real situations, real English that native speakers use every single day.
Every single day, constantly. And you must stay until the end because we'll show you the biggest mistake that learners make with had. It's so common, so widespread, millions make this error daily. But once you fix it, your English sounds completely natural immediately.
Completely natural immediately. Also, drop a comment below telling us which use of had confuses you most. Past perfect, possession, experiences? We read every single comment. Your questions help us create better lessons for English learners everywhere.
For learners everywhere, real conversations, simple explanations, grammar that makes sense in daily life. So, let's begin with a basic question. What exactly is had and why is it so important?
So important fundamentally, because had is the past form of have. That's the first thing you need to know. Have becomes had in the past tense. Simple, clear, easy to remember.
Easy to remember, but here's what most textbooks don't explain well. Had has many different uses in English, many different meanings, many different situations where you need it absolutely.
Need it absolutely. And native speakers switch between these uses automatically, without thinking, without studying rules consciously. They learned it naturally from childhood, through hearing it constantly, everywhere.
Everywhere, constantly. But you're learning English as a second language, as an adult learner, so you need clear explanations, simple patterns, easy examples that make sense completely.
Makes sense completely. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're breaking down had into simple pieces, into easy patterns, into natural usage that you can practice and use confidently.
Use confidently. Now let me ask you something important. Have you ever heard a native speaker say, "I had a great time yesterday," and wondered if you should say that too? Or what about, "I had been waiting for hours"? What's happening there?
Happening there. Or expressions like I had no idea or I had to go. These seem different, they seem confusing, but they all use had. This puzzles many learners constantly.
Learners constantly. Or sentences like, "I had already eaten when she called." Why had? Why not just "I ate"? This seems complicated, seems difficult, but it's actually quite simple once explained properly.
Explained properly. There's a clear logic, a simple system, and once you understand it, everything becomes easy, like turning on a light in a dark room suddenly.
In a dark room, suddenly. So what are the main uses of had? What do you really need to know? Ready for this clear breakdown?
This clear breakdown. The main uses of had are possession in the past, experiences in the past perfect tense, and obligation in the past. 4 main uses, 4 clear patterns.
4 clear patterns. Let's start with the easiest one. Had for possession in the past. This means you owned something or had something before, in the past time.
In the past time. Examples make this super clear. I had a dog when I was young. You owned a dog. In the past. She had a beautiful house. She owned it before, not now.
Not now. We had 3 cars last year. Possession in the past. They had many friends in college. They had friends before. Past possession clearly.
Possession, clearly. This is exactly like using have, but in the past. I have a dog becomes I had a dog for pastime. Simple, easy, straightforward, completely.
Straightforward completely. More examples flowing naturally. He had long hair when he was younger. I had a headache yesterday. We had a great teacher last year. All showing possession or having something in the past.
In the past. Now, here's the second use. Had for experiences in the past. Things you did, things you experienced, activities you completed before.
You completed before. This is super common in everyday English, supernatural. I had lunch at noon. You experienced lunch. You ate it. She had a meeting yesterday. She experienced the meeting. Past experience.
Past experience. We had dinner together last night. You experienced dinner. They had a party on Saturday. They experienced the party. All past experiences clearly.
Experiences clearly. This is different from possession. You don't own lunch or dinner, but you experienced having them. You did those activities. This use appears everywhere in daily conversations.
In daily conversations. More examples constantly. I had a shower this morning. He had a conversation with his boss. We had fun at the beach. All describing past experiences naturally.
Naturally. Notice the pattern. Had plus a noun. Had a meeting. Had dinner. Had fun. This structure is super common, super important. Learn this pattern completely.
This pattern completely. Now let's talk about the third use. This is bigger, this is more complex, but super important for sounding natural. The past perfect tense using had.
Using had. What is past perfect? It's when you talk about something that happened before another past action. Past before past. Two past times. The earlier one uses had plus past participle. Had left.
Had left. Structure important. Had plus past participle. Had eaten, had gone, had seen, had finished. This creates the past perfect tense clearly.
Clearly. Why use this? Why not just say, I ate when she called? Because had shows the order clearly, shows which action happened first, makes the sequence obvious.
Sequence obvious. More examples flowing naturally. I had studied English before I moved to America. Studying happened first, then moving. Clear order using had.
Using had. She had never seen snow before she visited Canada. Never seeing snow happened first in her life, then visiting. The earlier experience uses had.
Had. We had finished dinner when they arrived. Finishing happened first, then arriving. Past perfect shows this order perfectly.
Perfectly. Native speakers use this constantly, in stories, in explanations, in describing past events. This makes your English sound sophisticated and clear.
And clear. Now, here's something many learners miss completely. You can use past perfect with time words like already, just, never, ever, and before. These words fit naturally with had.
With had. I had already finished. She had just left. They had never tried it. Had you ever been there? These combinations are super common, super natural.
Natural. Practice these, use these, sound more fluent immediately. Now let's discuss the fourth main use, had to for past obligation or necessity.
Past obligation. This is huge. This appears in everyday conversation constantly. I had to go means you were obliged to go. You needed to go. It was necessary.
Was necessary. I had to work yesterday. You were required to work. Obligation. She had to study for the exam. She needed to study. Necessary action.
Necessary action. We had to leave early. We needed to leave. Required action. They had to pay the bill. They were obliged to pay. Past necessity clearly.
Necessity clearly. This is the past form of have to. Present, I have to go. Past, I had to go. Simple change. Easy to remember.
To remember. More examples constantly. I had to call my mother. He had to fix his car. We had to buy new shoes. All showing past obligation naturally.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Had in negative sentences. Didn't have versus hadn't. Different meanings, different situations, important to understand.
To understand. For possession and experiences, use didn't have. I didn't have a car. She didn't have time. We didn't have dinner. This is simple past negative.
Past negative, but for past perfect, use hadn't, which means had not. I hadn't finished when she called. They hadn't seen each other before. Past perfect negative, clearly.
Negative, clearly. And for obligation, use didn't have to. I didn't have to work, meaning you were not obligated, not necessary, no requirement.
No requirement. Be careful here. Didn't have to means not necessary, but hadn't to is not used in modern English. Always say didn't have to for obligation negative.
Obligation, negative. This distinction is important. Practice this. Remember this. Use the correct forms naturally.
Forms naturally. Now let's talk about questions with had. How to ask questions. How natives actually form questions in conversations.
In conversations, for possession and experiences, use did you have a good time? Did she have a car? Did they have dinner? Use did plus have for simple questions.
Simple questions. For past perfect, had you finished? Had she left? Had they met before? Use had at the beginning. No did needed here.
Needed here. Had you ever been there before? Had he seen that movie? Past perfect questions start with had directly.
Had directly. For obligation, did you have to work? Did she have to leave? Use did plus have to for obligation questions naturally.
Questions naturally. This is how natives ask about past situations, about past experiences, about past obligations. Learn these patterns completely.
Patterns completely. Now let's discuss common expressions with had. These phrases appear constantly in native speech. Understanding them is super important.
Super important. First expression, I had no idea, meaning you didn't know something, you were unaware. I had no idea you were here. Surprise, lack of knowledge.
Of knowledge. I had no idea about the meeting. You didn't know. Very common expression. Natural. Used everywhere in conversation.
In conversation. Second expression, I had a feeling, meaning you sensed something, you suspected something. I had a feeling you would come. Intuition, sense.
Sense. I had a feeling something was wrong. You sensed it. Very natural, very common in everyday English speaking.
English speaking. Third expression, I had enough, meaning you reached your limit, you couldn't take more. I had enough of his complaints. Reached limit, fed up.
Fed up. I'd had enough. I had had enough means past perfect. You reached your limit before something else happened. Both forms are natural.
Are natural. Fourth expression, I had better or I'd better, meaning you should do something. Strong suggestion. I had better go now. Should go. Need to go.
Need to go. I'd better finish this work. Should finish. This is advice to yourself. Recommendation. Very common in native speech constantly.
Speech constantly. Fifth expression, I had a hard time, meaning something was difficult for you, challenging. I had a hard time understanding. It was difficult.
Was difficult. I had a hard time sleeping. Difficulty sleeping. Natural expression. Shows struggle or challenge clearly.
Challenge clearly. Now let's reveal the secret we promised earlier, the usage that transforms your English completely. Ready? This is amazing. This changes everything.
Changes everything. Native speakers use had been for continuous actions in the past perfect, actions that were ongoing before another past action. This sounds advanced. This sounds sophisticated.
Sounds sophisticated. I had been waiting for an hour when she arrived. Waiting was continuous, ongoing, before she arrived. Had been plus ing verb.
Verb. They had been living there for 5 years before they moved. Living was continuous, ongoing. Then they moved. Past perfect continuous clearly.
Clearly. Structure, had been plus verb ing. Had been working. Had been studying. Had been sleeping. showing continuous past action before another past action.
Past action. Why use this? Because it emphasizes duration, emphasizes the continuous nature, makes your description more vivid and complete.
And complete. I had been thinking about you. She had been working all day. We had been trying to call you. All showing ongoing actions in the past naturally.
Naturally. This is advanced English, but learning it makes you sound fluent, makes you sound natural. Practice this, use this, transform your speaking.
You're speaking. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake we promised to reveal, the error that exposes learners immediately. Ready? Pay close attention.
Close attention. The mistake? Forgetting to use past perfect when talking about two past actions with a clear sequence, using simple past for both instead.
Actions instead. Wrong. I ate dinner when she called. Both simple past. Not clear which happened first. Confusing sometimes.
Confusing sometimes. Right. I had already eaten dinner when she called. Had eaten shows it happened first, then she called. Clear sequence, clear timing.
Clear timing. Native speakers hear this immediately. They notice when the sequence is unclear. Using past perfect shows you understand time relationships in English.
In English, another big mistake is using past perfect when simple past is enough, overusing it, making sentences too complicated unnecessarily.
Too complicated unnecessarily. If the sequence is obvious, simple past is fine. I woke up and had breakfast. Sequence is obvious. No need for past perfect here.
Here, but I had already had breakfast when my friend called. Here, past perfect is needed, shows breakfast happened before the call, clearly.
The call clearly. Third mistake is saying I must had instead of I must have had or I had to, mixing modal verbs with had incorrectly.
Incorrectly. Wrong, I must had left my keys. Right, I must have left my keys or I had to leave my keys. Different structures, different meanings.
Different meanings. Fourth mistake is wrong past participles with had, saying I had go instead of I had gone. Remember, had plus past participle always.
Participle always. Had eaten, not had ate. Had seen, not had saw. Had done, not had did. Learn irregular past participles completely.
Participles completely. Now let's practice real conversations, natural exchanges, how natives actually use had in everyday situations. Listen carefully to every usage.
Every usage. Conversation 1. Friends talking. Casual interaction. About weekend activities.
Weekend activities. Person A, did you have a good weekend? Person B, yes, I had a great time. I had dinner with my family on Saturday. Person A, nice, I had to work all weekend.
All weekend. Person B, that's too bad. I had no idea you were working. Notice the different uses? Had a good weekend, experience. Had to work, obligation. Had no idea, expression.
Expression. That's real English. That's how friends actually talk. Had appearing naturally. Different meanings, different functions, all sounding completely normal.
Completely normal. Conversation 2. Workplace. Colleagues talking. About a project.
About a project. Person A, did you finish the report? Person B, yes, I had already finished it before the meeting. Person A, great, I had been working on it all morning too.
Person B, I had a feeling you were busy with it. Notice, past perfect used naturally. Had already finished, showing completion before meeting. Had been working, continuous past action.
Past action. This is professional English. This is office conversation. Had used naturally, making timing clear, making sequence obvious.
Sequence obvious. Conversation 3. Family members, talking about the past, sharing memories.
Sharing memories. Person A, do you remember our old house? Person B, yes, we had such a beautiful garden. Person A, I had never seen so many flowers before we moved there.
that house. I had to feed it every day.
I remember. I had forgotten about that rabbit.
That rabbit. Notice the next. Had a beautiful garden, possession, had never seen, past perfect with experience, had to feed, past obligation. All natural, all flowing.
All flowing. This is family conversation. This is storytelling. This is how people share memories. Had everywhere. Different uses, all sounding natural and easy.
And easy. Now let's discuss pronunciation, because native speakers often contract had in fast speech. Say it quickly, naturally, informally.
Informally. I had becomes I'd in speaking and informal writing. I'd been there. I'd finished. I'd better go. Very common contraction.
Common contraction. He had becomes he'd. She had becomes she'd. We had becomes we'd. They had becomes they'd. All contracted naturally in speech.
In speech, you don't need to contract when you speak, but you absolutely need to recognize it, understand it when watching TV, when listening to natives, when hearing fast English.
Fast English. This is listening comprehension. This is real pronunciation. This is what your ears need to catch automatically, without confusion.
Without confusion. Now let's talk about practice strategies, how to master had, how to use it naturally, how to build confidence with all its uses.
All its uses. Strategy 1, read stories and notice had everywhere. Books, news articles, stories online. See how writers use it. Notice the patterns clearly.
Patterns clearly. Pay special attention to past perfect. When do writers use it? Why? This builds your understanding naturally through real examples everywhere.
Examples everywhere. Strategy 2, practice making sentences about your own past. I had a great day yesterday. I had to wake up early. Personal sentences. Your own life.
Your own life. This makes learning personal, makes it relevant, makes it stick in your memory better than textbook examples alone.
Examples alone. Strategy 3, tell stories using past perfect. Practice talking about two past actions. I had already left when my friend arrived. Build this skill consciously.
Skill consciously. Start simple. Add complexity gradually. Practice until it feels natural, until you don't need to think about the grammar anymore.
Grammar anymore. Strategy 4, learn common had expressions as complete phrases. I had no idea. I'd better. I had a feeling. Memorize them. Use them. Sound more native.
More native. Negative forms are didn't have for simple past, hadn't for past perfect, and didn't have to for obligation negative. Use correct forms always.
Forms always. Questions, use did for simple past questions. Use had at the beginning for past perfect questions. Different structures, different situations.
Different situations. Contractions common are I'd, he'd, she'd, we'd, they'd. Recognize these in listening, use these in casual speaking naturally.
Speaking naturally. That's everything. Complete guide, simple breakdown, real examples, practical strategies. You now understand had clearly and completely.
And completely. Thank you so much for learning with us today, for paying attention, for thinking actively, for improving your English constantly.
English constantly. Please hit that like button if this helped you understand how to use had naturally in everyday conversation. Share this with friends learning English.
Learning English. And subscribe to English Speaking Nerds for more simple English lessons about grammar that natives actually use in daily life naturally.
Life naturally. Drop a comment below. Tell us which use